Hallo und herzlich willkommen zurück zu Lamplight City. Gucken wir einmal kurz in die Zeitung rein. Ja, Fall 4 geschlossen. Kreuzfeuer, Massenmörder, Schrecken, Festnahme wegen Wahlkampfmord. Und Spiritualisten wegen Angela Maxwell, Oma der Selbstmord Kunst im Gasthaus, wurde gestern unter Betrugsverdacht festgenommen. Oh, Angela ist festgenommen worden. Das ist traurig. Okay, gucken wir uns die Polizeiskizzen an. Okay, gehen wir von links nach rechts durch. Justice.
What's the point? It's not like you're actually going to be able to investigate this case. If only you hadn't told Adelaide about me, I might share my thoughts with you. As it is, you're on your own.
Okay.
Whoever drew this was a hack. That looks more like a piece of toast than a flower. I'm sure this is terribly relevant, but I've got nothing to say about it. I don't feel like looking at dead bodies right now. Is there something more exciting we could be doing? Oh, were you hoping for some witty insight? Shame, because you're not getting any.
Ist richtig sauer auf mich, glaube ich. Mann.
Yeah, he's dead. Big deal. Boring.
Noch eine Blume.
I'm really not in the mood to be analyzing crime scene sketches right now. Wait, what's that? I see an important clue. Just kidding. Maybe you should write crazy over your bed. Boring, just like everything else in this sketch.
Interesting.
Oh, what? You actually found something without my help? I'm shocked.
Upton?
What is it, Fordham?
About those crime scene sketches.
Yes?
I think I found a connection.
I knew you would. What is it?
There's a single flower at each crime scene. They look deliberately placed.
There is? Let me have a look. You're right. One lily at each scene.
Wait, what did you say?
These flowers, they're lilies. Easter lilies, I think.
I don't believe it.
Upton, this is incredible. This is the lead I've been searching for.
What? You mean for another case?
The flower shop burglar. He was stealing Easter lilies. And I distinctly remember him saying something about his desire to uphold justice. At the time, I thought it was just the rambling of a lunatic, but now it seems so obvious.
So the flower shop burglar is the justice killer?
It seems too much of a coincidence otherwise.
Well, then that's wonderful. You can kill two birds with one stone. Excellent work, Fordham. I knew you could do it.
Wuhu. Bin stolz auf mich.
Everything all right with you?
Oh, I'm getting by. I expect things will go back to normal once this killer is caught.
I haven't worn out my welcome here yet, have I?
No, you're still tolerable. But when was the last time you washed your hair?
You're starting to sound like Adelaide. What exactly are the details regarding this justice killer?
The killings began a few months ago, and so far he's claimed 5 victims. The department wanted to keep this information out of the public eye to prevent a panic, but word has gotten out. On the bright side, it makes your involvement in the case much less suspicious.
What can you tell me about the previous victims?
4 men from Chumley: Hannibal Kirkland, Reggie Willingham, Ennis Bowditch, and Burley Cause. No known connection between any of them aside from the borough they lived in. I have copies of the police reports from each of the crime scenes. Go ahead and take them.
Thank you, Upton.
Tim?
What are the details regarding the killer's latest victim?
As I mentioned, the victim is Percival McDonough, a member of Parliament. He was found this morning by his secretary in his office. I expect the official investigation is still underway.
So the killer managed to get into the Houses of Parliament. No easy feat.
You can say that again. It's the killer's first high-profile victim. It means he's getting bolder.
I suppose I'll have to drop by and see for myself. I should get back to it.
Not a bad idea.
Right. I think I have enough information to get started. I think I'll begin with...
Odd. I wasn't expecting company. Chief Snelling?
Uh-oh.
Upton, we need to talk. Fordham, I should have guessed I'd find you here.
Ah, Chief Snelling. What a pleasant surprise.
I'm equally pleased to see you, Fordham. Although, having you here does save me a bit of trouble.
Trouble?
Those are some rather interesting decorations. Would either of you care to explain how they got here?
And once again, the jig is up. I hope you can talk your way out of this one, too.
I brought them here, after I made duplicates and took them from the police department.
Nice try, Fordham, but I know for a fact that isn't true. The Ferroduplicator makes a report of every employee who uses it, as well as what was copied. A rather useful feature for instances such as these. Wouldn't you agree?
These gadgets are going to be the undoing of us all.
In any case, I did some digging and discovered some intriguing information. Upton, why have you been passing on classified police information to Mr. Fordham?
Because he's the best detective you ever had on the force, and you know it.
Is that right? Personally, I don't consider getting your partner killed the mark of a great detective. But what's done is done. Constance Upton, your employment with the New Britannia Police Department is hereby terminated.
But
I should add that it's only because of your 25 years of dedicated service that I'm not pressing charges against you. But as for you, Fordham, I have enough evidence to place you under arrest for obstruction of justice and interfering with police investigations. Do you have anything to say in your defense before I take you in for questioning?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I do. I know who the Justice Killer is.
Fordham, if this is your idea of a diversion...
It's true. I found a link in the sketches of the crime scenes.
All right, let's hear it then. What do you think you found?
I'll tell you if you promise to let me take the case.
Out of the question, Fordham. This is a police matter.
and the police haven't made progress in months. Fordham figured it out in a matter of minutes. Admit it, Snelling. Fordham is your best shot at finding the killer. Are you gonna let your personal differences put the people of this city in danger?
Fine. I'll let you continue to operate as an assistant in this case, if you have actually found something of value. Now, what is this link?
He leaves a single Easter lily at each crime scene. The same type of flowers the burglar and the chum was stealing.
I see. A tenuous link, but plausible. I'll give you until tomorrow afternoon. If you haven't come up with anything, I'm throwing you in jail.
Sounds fair to me.
And don't get any clever ideas about leaving town, either.
Come now, would I do something like that?
Fordham, it seems there's no telling what you might do. I'm probably a fool for not clapping you in irons right here and now. When you have something to report, come find me in my office. Don't make me regret this.
Well, that went better than I expected.
Except you're still fired. I didn't have a chance to get him to change his mind.
We'll worry about that after you catch the killer. In the meantime, I could use a drink. I'll see you later, Fordham.
Okay.
Well, better get to work then. The clock is ticking.
Gucken wir mal kurz rein. Justice Killer finden, klar. Hörst du mal gegangen ins Büro im Parlamentsgebäude untersuchen. Klar. Auf ins Parlamentsgebäude. Wir sind offiziell Assistants in diesem Fall.
Fordham, what brings you to this delightful spectacle?
Hello, Edwards. I'm investigating the Justice Killer. I believe I've got a very promising lead.
I heard an officer mention new orders from Snelling, but I thought he was just pulling my leg. Feel free to have a look around. I'm just writing up the notes from my initial examination of the body, so I'll be happy to share my findings.
Good. I'll just get started then.
Looks pretty fresh. I wonder what the killer uses to write with. Nothing but a bunch of boring documents. You'd think he could have at least been considerate enough to keep something scandalous in here. Biographies and autobiographies. Dull, dull, dull. The former Percival McDonough, being a good politician, Leave it to a politician to hang a portrait of himself in his own office.
Huh?
No signs of forced entry that I can see. The murderer didn't come in through this window. Nothing has been written in yet for next month. Curious. Nothing has been written.
Krieg ich gleich mal den
Got a
Stift
moment,
von mir auf
Edwards?
dich.
Of course. What's on your mind?
So, what was found at the crime scene?
A dead body.
Edwards.
Hey, just trying to lighten the mood a bit. Anyway, there was also the word justice written in blood, as you can see on the floor there.
Is that all?
What more do you need? All the pieces are in place. This is the work of the justice killer.
What did your examination of the body turn up?
Apparent cause of death was a single gunshot to the head, exactly like all the other victims. The bullet is still lodged in his brain. I'll remove it once I transport the body back to the mortuary.
Anything else?
No personal effects of note, just a folded up piece of paper in his breast pocket. It's blank, so the police weren't interested. I assume you aren't either.
Never
Yep.
assume, Edwards. I'll take it if you don't mind.
Be my guest.
Nehmen alles.
Did the police manage to learn anything during their investigation?
Not much beyond what I've already told you. I think they were planning on speaking to the victim's wife, though.
Did you get the address?
I did, as a matter of fact. 1820 Kent Place.
Now we get to deal with the grieving widow. Hopefully the officers who delivered the news got the worst of it.
Did you find an Easter lily anywhere?
An Easter lily?
Yes. The justice killer leaves one at every crime scene.
Is that right? I never noticed.
Neither did anyone else, apparently.
So how does leaving a lily at the scene of the crime figure into all of this?
I'm still trying to figure that out, but I think it might be important to understanding his motive.
Well, be sure to let me know if you do figure it out. The thought process of killers is a twisted, curious thing.
What's your take on this whole justice killer situation?
It's giving me a lot of extra work, let me tell you. We haven't had a serial murderer in a long time, not since that fellow who was poisoning people about 10 years ago.
Ah, yes. The Gascon Ghoul. Now there was a case.
Any theories or insights regarding the killer's motive or identity?
That's not really my specialty. If you want to get into that psychology stuff, you're better off talking to someone like Snelling.
Does it feel good to be out of the office?
As long as I have the chance to examine a body and learn something in the process, I don't care where I am. Though I do admit a preference to working in my own environment. Fieldwork can be a bit uncertain. There's so much more potential for contamination, especially with those clumsy officers trouncing about groping everything. Present company excluded, of course.
That's all for now, Edwards.
Good luck with your investigation.
Schön.
Nothing has been.
Leeres Stück Papier, mit dem wir nichts tun können. Ja, aber interessant. Wir haben Polizeiberichte. Stimmt. Hannibal Kirkland, Kopfschuss. Beruf Eisenkocher bei der Eisenhütte. Okay. Polizei gehört in seiner Wohnung. In seiner Vorarbeit angezeigt hat, dass er nicht zur Arbeit erschienen war. Maggie Willingham, Fahrer bei Taxi Coulson. Hause, Vermisstenanzeige vom Arbeitgeber. Annis Bowditch. Bowditch. So. Bauarbeiter an der Brücke von Gascon nach Chomley. Okay. Natürlich Arbeitgeber. jeder vom Arbeitgeber. Lampenanzünder. Okay, cool. Nachbarin einen Schuss gemeldet hatte. Okay, ja, ich sehe hier allerdings auch keine...
No signs of forced entry that I can see. The murderer didn't come in through this window.
keine Blume erkennen. Entweder wurde diese mitgenommen oder wir haben ein Copycat hier. Ui, jetzt haben wir aber viel, wo wir hingehen können. Die Eisenhütte, die Brückenbaustelle, das Lampenlager. Und das Taxiunternehmen, Parlament sind wir ja. Und natürlich McDonalds Wohnung zu der zu der Witwe, zur Verstorbenen. Okay. Ich würde sagen, das hier ist unsere nächste Anlaufstelle. Aber vielleicht nicht unbedingt bei ihm, wenn er draufhämmert. Jedenfalls entscheiden wir uns auch nochmal um. Aber ich bedanke mich erstmal fürs Zusehen. Lasst gerne ein Like und ein Abo da. Und besucht mich auch gerne auf Twitch. Und dann sehen wir uns beim nächsten Mal. Ciao, ciao!